Get you some ships today?
Um, I edited a ship that I did yesterday. Uh, but did I get another ship today? Not yet, but there is. Well, yeah, I got the Joyce Van Anker work this morning, but so yes, I guess the answer is yes, isn't it?
How's the weather there today? Kind of just,
Well, it was rainy, cold, rainy, cold, rainy. Now it's sunny, but it's
yeah,
still cool, 68 degrees.
it was rainy and hot here. Fuck, dude, it was hot today. And it's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna be pushing close to 100 tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 98, 99 is the high.
No kidding.
Which is gonna put the feels like probably at like 106.
Well, I know that Joe was used to flying in hot weather, but it gets those batteries get hot really fast, when you're flying in hot weather.
Well, yeah, you gotta definitely give your drone time to cool off between batteries.
Yep,
So when you get in the car and you turn the AC on and set it in front of the AC for a couple minutes, let it cool everything off.
exactly. Well, there's you and I watching, and somebody else. Oh, now four people.
Give them a couple minutes, they'll come in.
Oh yeah, because it's a minute before. It's 4:58, 2 minutes before 5.
I figure out what we're doing for dinner tonight. I didn't take anything out today.
No,
Ever got to take something out because I was gone till about 2:30. Whenever I got on to David's show, I had gotten back and then I completely spaced and forgot. But even if I would have took something out, it wouldn't have been thought out in time anyway.
kind of tired of hearing about the Donald Trump.
The trial or what?
Yeah,
I haven't even been watching that, to be honest with you. I haven't really watched any news in a couple of weeks. I haven't really been paying attention to it.
put on the local news and see what's on there because I like to check the weather. Yeah, Goma Intrepid downbound. And I got another cruise ship coming upbound down
What's up,
another
Edward?
Viking Polaris is upbound. Hey Edward, how you doing?
Yeah, you seem to be getting a lot of cruise ships through there lately.
Well, the rich have a lot of money to spend.
Hmm,
It's like David,
Money.
they've heard that David's interested, so now they're pumping it up.
Interested in what? What am I interested in?
Cruise, luxury cruising.
Actually, there is a little article that came out about luxury cruises. There's a reason they're pumping the prices up, and that's because it turns out it's actually cheaper for people that are retired to go and live on these cruise ships just keep booking cruises and going around the world than it is to actually go into a nursing home.
Yeah. Well, I get that, but the thing of it is for a 3-day or 4-day cruise on the Great Lakes, it's $7,000 a head.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Depends what you get for it. Hey,
And, well, you get all your
Hi,
meals
Tim.
and everything, and
hi, Edward. Depends what you get for it. You got that luxury swimming pool and everything else.
you got to take care of your own transportation to and from.
Hi, Paul, Justin, David, Edward.
But
I was just talking to your twin brother, Mark, on my channel.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody that sounded just like you.
Yeah.
Johnny D.
That was one hell of a panel tonight.
Who's Cliff Field?
Tim Jackson, hey, how you doing?
Cliff Field, are you watching?
I don't know. I think it's changed channel.
Here comes Captain Joe.
I've got Johnny D and John Cooper. Drone
You're watching a different channel.
It's logged on to Drone and Sundry for some reason,
Hey, Joe.
which
Hey, what's
is
up?
Bruce and his friends.
How'd the grandbaby sitting go?
Lord help me. I'm not looking forward to the summer.
Do you think you're gonna get her all the time?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, do you want to come finish that one off, Tim? All knowing nothing. I know nothing.
I know nothing. Where the hell has Paul gone? That's Nobby Green.
But I do keep up with the news.
Sean. Drone. Where the hell's Paul? There. Right. So, Tim, Edward. And that's it.
Right, so let's see what's going on in the football world. Let's not bother.
Yeah, I missed you this morning, Paul. I was otherwise engaged, unfortunately.
Well, that's all right. And life goes on. You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I won't be on tomorrow morning either because I've got an appointment.
Yeah, actually, Paul, no, I think it's this downright disgraceful. You're a set time every day. He should book his appointments around you. Oh, by the way,
yes, Edward, it is.
Yeah, when you were on today, I was in the loo pretty bad.
Yeah,
you said you were stuck in there, and then never.
Yeah, we didn't know whether to call 911 to see if they could come and free you from the toilet.
What happened is my digestive system doesn't work quite right, and so I get clogged up. I haven't taken a dump in about 2 weeks, so it gets to the point where I have to take something for it, and it just automatically just cleans the hell out of me.
So
the same stuff that you take for an enema.
Go from clogged up to cloggzilla.
Yep. Yeah, I filled the toilet 3 times today.
Oh, God.
Nothing wrong with pebble
Not that
dashing
you
toilet
needed
walls.
to know that, but yeah, it worked. Justin, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm not listening.
Is that the same stuff you have to take when you go for an endoscopy?
I don't know. I've never done it, but in my entire 72 years of life, I've never had the probe up my butt that I know of. Now, somebody might have been up my butt when I was younger because I was in the hospital for 3 months with non-paralytic polio. So,
All right.
don't know.
I'd like to say that this conversation took a dark turning, but it was too dark.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
So Joe, I take it you didn't go flying today.
No. Nope. Did
And
not go flying today.
yes, Edward, that's me in my gi.
Well, how does your granddaughter like the pupper dogs?
She don't. She
They
likes
don't
them, but
like
if they
her
come
either?
over to her, she freaks. So I'm having it out with Dobo right now. So
Oh,
yeah,
Alright.
Dobo put out a thing this morning on how great this new update is for everything, right? And I put on there the update's useless because the Goggle 3, you cannot use the Goggles 3 with the motion controller 2 or the DJI Sticks 2. You got to have the Integra goggles, but if the people don't want the Integra goggles, they want to go with this basically. I said, so why not making them compatible? If you can go back, why if you can go forward, why can't you go back with them? That's basically what I'm saying. And he comes out and he says, you're just not getting business 101. You guys endlessly bitching about effing bitching about and complain. And he went through, he said, go find an American that he said, that's the irony, find an American FPV drone, like this. I just went back and said, business 101 means they sold a gazillion Vita 2 combos since April 11th. That was one of them that made the purchase. I said, now you got a better goggle that's if you can make it compatible with the O3 unit. I said the true FPV builders that are using the O3 units are going to upgrade to the goggles. I said that's business 101. It's an add-on purchase. That's a no-brainer, So they've already sold their Vitas to everybody that went out right away and bought them. The Vitas too. They got
They
the
got rid
goggles
of
sitting
them?
out there. They can only work with the Avata 2.
Yeah.
You see, so now make that compatible to the O3 unit, so that now everybody that's got FPV drones with OC Unit 3 on it, they're gonna say, well, that's a better goggle. I'm gonna go to them. That's an add-on purchase.
Oh, well,
That's all it is.
the new goggles will work
Guess
with the
I
mini.
guess I've been in business longer than Dobo.
What's that,
Won't
Mark?
the new goggles will work with the Mini 4 and the Air 3, won't they?
Yeah, but
But
if you
only
have
only
a
anything that's
FPV
got
quad,
04.
yeah, if you have an FPV quad, and it's like Johnny built one. He cannot
Uh-huh.
use his the new goggles, the 3s, with the new quad, and he's got an O3 unit on it. If he had they made it compatible, now you would use it,
Yeah. It worked with
And I
04.
guarantee you, if I was somebody like Matty or somebody like that, and I like the new goggles, I think I had the Integras, and now I've got the O3. The O3 is a lot better than the Integra. They might want that one instead, so they're going to upgrade $400 or $500. So it's a no brainer to me, because they've already sold all that initial splurge. If you went in any one of the shows the first couple of weeks, almost everybody bought an Avata 2, and they bought the Flymore combo. Now they're going to come out and they're going to what they're doing is they're upgrading all the older tech to work with it. But there's no reason why, if they can go from an O3 unit to an O4 unit, they can't go to the O4 and back it. It's just like what you call it, Rod's been saying. It's their business 101.
Oh, I'm just saying, if you're out there portraying yourself as a business person, you probably shouldn't be answering people like that when they ask you a question. Just when I put that out there.
Oh, I know.
Well,
You talking about me or him?
It's all right to have an
Well,
opinion, but don't
about
let
him,
Oh yeah.
him.
but to answer somebody like
That's
that,
why I don't watch your show
a little
half the time.
ridiculous.
I don't
But I went
want
back there and I said straight out. I said business one-on-one to me, it's almost like going through a checkout line. You put the stuff that you want to sell right there by the checkout line, so the kids want to buy it, the candy and everything else. It's an add-on purchase.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, when you start getting to a certain size, you got to watch what you're saying to people.
Well,
In fact,
that's because he's big for his britches anyway.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, that's not how you should answer somebody when they ask you a question.
Well, my question is this: did he buy the drone?
If
No.
he's such a
Yeah,
big
he got
advocate
sent
for
it.
DJI, seriously, if you're a big advocate for DJI like that, you should be taking people's questions, concerns, taking them to DJI and getting answers and answering an appropriate
Yeah.
response. Not, I'm tired of hearing you guys bitching about this. Like, what kind of fucking response is that?
Yeah, that's what he said. Basically.
You know that he'd be bitching about it as well if he hadn't been given it for free.
Yeah. I stopped watching his show after he threw the second drone across the room because he got tired of something it did.
Yeah, an Autel,
Yeah, Otto.
the Evo 2.
Like I said,
That's all right.
I don't give a shit. I'm not advocating for Chinese products anymore. DJI can fuck off along with China for all I care.
What you bought bad from Temu? No joke.
Just saying, I really don't care, to be honest with you.
Bitch, motherfucker.
I could care less of China if they get banned, to be honest with you.
I just bought something from Timo again. It's like
I mean,
a
I would feel,
like a handheld electric drill, except it's a jet washer.
I mean,
And you
I'd feel
put
bad
You
for,
put a plastic hose pipe down into a bucket.
like I said, I'd feel bad for people like Al and Daryl and stuff that are using these drones for work. But
Yeah.
I could give a shit less about China, to be honest with you.
Mm. Was it
Yeah,
Al
it's-
that got the job at what's it? A drone delivery place? Or was that somebody else? I know somebody got a job at a drone delivery.
All I know, if I was big into drones right now, I probably wouldn't be putting all my eggs in that basket. Just saying.
Mm.
Yep.
Chinese relations are getting worse by the day, not better. So it's not a matter of if they're going to get banned, it's just a matter of when. It's going to happen. I'm telling you.
Well, Russ 51 Drones came out with a thing about the new stuff about the Chinese, that new bill, the first responders bill.
Yeah.
And he came out and started naming names. The people that wrote the bill for Stefanik were people that used to be directly top of Skydio. So
Mhm.
is it Skydio? Is it Skydio that's pushing this shit? They stopped doing consumer drones, but are they pushing it because they're, I almost want to say, jealous that they can't meet the market capability of DJI? That's what it sounds like. So they keep trying to push it a different way and trying to stop all Chinese manufacturing,
I
but
don't
they don't
think they
realize.
can't do it. They just don't want to.
Yeah,
More
but
money and
the bottom line is half of that
military.
stuff's got Chinese crap in it too, so they're gonna lose out too.
Mm.
Well, there's more money in military contracts.
Oh yeah.
They could make what DJI does in a year. They could make that in a year just off of contracts.
Well, military contracts. I used to have to do, like I said, I was at 29 Palms, and I helped negotiate that one with all their vehicles one year. And GM wound up winning it, but man, those things, that was so technical. I sat
done
there
that.
and I didn't even understand it.
Hello. I've got
Al
issues.
said,
Hey,
Al
Dominic.
said,
He's
Down
gone
there.
again.
I'm back.
Hey, bye,
Al
Dominic.
said, stop. That's how I make a living.
Yep.
I'm saying I'd
I've
feel
just got,
bad for you,
I've
100%,
got
Al,
issues.
but I just wouldn't care at the same time.
Yeah. Is it internet connection problems then?
No, my laptop is pretty much dead, so I'm trying to do everything from this iPad.
Right.
So I just got to work out how to get it going properly.
Well, if it's anything like my iPhone, you just like click on the link, open the Zoom
Yeah,
app,
yeah, I got that. I got that.
go
I'm
into
just
it, and then go back, minimize it, go back to your YouTube.
I just honestly,
Um,
Al, I think we need to get off China's tit anyway. If it takes
Yeah, go
one
back to
item
the
at a time,
YouTube page,
that's what
click
we
on
gotta
that,
do.
yeah, yeah,
close the
yeah. I'm
Zoom page
working
of
on
it,
it.
and you end up with your YouTube chat and a single window
Where
of
did it
your
go? No, there's
Zoom
one.
in it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I've been all it's all up the spout this morning. Laptop doesn't work. I had to help my brother out, and then I've got to go out and do another thing in about 5 minutes. So I'll be back.
But
Yeah.
you turned into quite the busy little bugger there,
Yeah, I know. I'll be back.
great
Don't
Hope you
job.
they
get
know
paid
you're
well.
supposed to be recuperating? You've gone. Hi, Al.
So Justin, what do you hear from Matt? Anything?
I haven't talked to Matt since he was in Trey's chat the other night. Matt calls me randomly sometimes, but all right, put it right there.
Well, he's got to check on his pupil.
Yeah.
I call you quite a lot, but you're probably not meaning in the same way.
It's what
Hey,
you call him, David.
Exactly.
Justin, mentors always check up on you.
Yep.
What now?
I said, mentors always will call back and check up on you eventually.
I'm Warren.
Yeah, because he taught you everything you know about YouTube.
That's why Justin's going nowhere.
That's even better. That was a good one.
Don't be picking on Justin. He
It's all
just
going good. Actually, it's all going good for Justin. I think he's going in the right direction.
Justin's doing the best he can.
Paul,
What?
let me throw the digs in, and then he won't know that I'm jealous of his channel.
Okay.
No, right, Justin. I've upset him now. Look,
Yep. He's walked away.
the green-eyed jealousy got him. Justin knows I'll always support his channel.
Where's Laura?
Being quiet. Leave her alone. Don't encourage her.
You still got the kid there?
Just keeping Amber quiet.
Right. Now you've said her
Amber's
name
still there,
once,
okay.
and you've said her name once, and you've said the kid's name twice. Don't say it a third time because they may appear.
You mean Amber?
Oh, you've done it now.
Amber, 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 Amber.
Yeah. In this country, Amber means stop.
David, it didn't work.
Actually, you're wrong.
No.
Yes. Amber
No.
means get ready. You're either getting ready to stop or getting ready to go.
No. Green and amber is get ready to go. Amber means stop.
You
You-
only have to stop on amber if it's safe to do so.
It still means stop.
No, it means get ready to stop.
You read the highway code, it
Over
means
here, they
stop.
call it prepare to stop, and it's amber light is in between the red and the green.
And the green, yeah. It's prepare
Yeah.
to stop or prepare to go. It's be prepared, get ready.
Officially, it means stop. It's just that you don't get done if you can't stop at the time.
Yeah, because you only have to stop on an amber light if it's safe to do so.
Hmm.
And this is why on a Pelican crossing, you don't have an amber light for the pedestrian.
Yeah, it's just red and green.
Yeah, because you don't need to get ready. They've already been hit.
Well, Tim, that's a nice sentiment. Tim wrote in the chat, it would be nice, it would be great if all the countries of the world got together and cooperated with each other. But that's not the nature of people. People always want to do it their way.
Hmm.
I'm with him. I think everyone should gather round. We'll have tea, crumpets, beans on toast, cup of tea, whatever it takes. Yeah. Show you the best of British and you'll realise, guess what, guys? No matter how bad it is in your country, it can get worse.
Yeah, I actually
Back
bought
it
a
in.
couple of tins of beans today. I was going to have beans on toast for me tea, and then I thought, no, sod it, can't be asked, and ordered a takeout. So I'll have beans on toast tomorrow at some point.
Could have changed your name to Just Eat.
Tim says that human beings are tribal by nature.
I just think we just need to, I don't know, lock the asylum back up so they're not running the place.
This is the Lee A. Tregurtha upbound. It's a pretty spectacular ship. It's the classic design with the pilot house forward and in the back, but I think that was built just post World War II. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it is owned and operated by Interlake Steamship Company, and they take pretty good care of their ships. Now, the scrapes you have on the side is either from when they go through the locks or when they dock up to load or unload.
Yeah, when the rubber tires don't work.
When they used to, years ago when I was a kid, that was back in olden times. Nice day like today, there'd be crewmen off the side, hanging off the side on a platform, sitting
Painting
on
it.
it.
Yeah,
And they'd be painting it.
yeah.
But I think all the do-gooders don't want any of that paint to go into the water.
It's that or health and safety.
Yep.
It's not safe.
It's not do-gooders, Paul. Right? It's Karens. Right? Do-gooders, most do-gooders have a kind heart and they just want things to be good. Right? Then you've got the Karens, the do-gooders of the world that just want to cause aggro no matter what.
Do as I say, or you're up to Hell's Creek.
That's the one.
I haven't, Joe, have you run into any Karens in your travels?
No. Have not.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, I have.
I've never had a Karen when I flew.
Justin, you are a Karen.
I did know a girl called Karen once, but
Watch it, little British man.
Little British man.
That was funny, Justin.
How's Sarah doing, Justin?
She's fine. She's doing good.
Good,
I've adjusted her medication a couple of times, but she seems to be doing okay. So
good.
What's wrong with her?
her thyroid.
Oh, the
Remember,
thyroid
she's
thing?
got that Graves' disease
Yeah.
crap.
Graves' disease with the thyroid, yep.
It's like the most freaking worst name you could give a fucking disease that isn't like even deadly. I mean, you either get it taken out or you get it under control. But either way, it's not a like death sentence, but yet they call it Graves' disease.
Yeah, she on
Okay.
thyroxine.
I honestly, I couldn't tell you what medication it is.
Yeah, because I'm on
Even if I knew what it
125
was, I
milligram
probably couldn't
thyroxine.
pronounce it.
Akisho, yes, they we didn't have all the clocks that we have today, and you were lucky if you had just a plain old Timex wristwatch. You know, when I was a kid, and you used to have to, they came out with the kind where you moved it and it wound it up, you know?
Oh, dude, some old Timexes
Yeah,
that you guys would have,
self-winding.
yeah, some of the old Timexes that you guys would have considered just everyday junk watches are worth a lot of money
Worth a
now,
bit
depending
now,
on the
yeah.
model.
You got to
Depending on
remember
which
that
model it is.
Paul's old watch was like a little plate that he took off his arm, put it down, and put the stone in the center, and he had to look for the shadow. All right, Paul.
Yep. You got it.
Mhm.
Like certain models of the old calculator watches, depending on what model and year they were made, it can be worth quite a bit of money.
Oh,
Yeah,
Joe,
I've
I
got
was going
one.
to ask you, how did you make out with that camera?
Got one somewhere.
Look it up the back end.
I took 4 pictures and it works. They were a little dark, but I was inside. But the last couple of them I played with it, I was looking at the setting, the lighter dark setting on it,
Yep.
and I was setting them on the dark. I was setting them to the light side, thinking that I was setting them lighter, but I was actually setting them darker.
Okay.
So I looked at
Yeah,
the
you
little
were
filter
setting
there,
it-
and I noticed what it was.
You were
You gotta
setting it
bring
for
it all the way over
daylight
to the
rather
dark
than
side.
night. Yeah.
So what I did is I was doing it both ways. So the first 2 came out real dark, but you can still see her. And then I went in and I took 2 more, and one with the light on her. But for inside, you got to use a flash.
Yep.
Period. And so I mean, it worked, and she got a kick out of it because when it took a while for it to develop, but
Yeah,
longer
it
than I
develops
remember.
right while you're holding it. Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it seemed like a long time to me, to develop it as new film. So it might just be a new process.
You're showing your age
Oh
Should
yeah, that's
take
what it is.
about 30 seconds or thereabouts.
or a
Oh,
minute.
it took about 3 minutes.
No, it shouldn't really take that long.
Yeah, but it was taking about three and a half minutes. And but she got a kick out of it. And they got them on the refrigerator over at the house. And I was gonna get it today and do them in here, but it wasn't light enough.
Yeah.
I'll have to get her outside and do it.
You'll have to get a flash bulb.
Either that or just do it outside. You know. Oh.
Well, you get a stick with 10 flashes on it.
Yeah, they've actually got. I saw them on.
They do
In
an
eBay.
electronic one as well, yeah.
They have an electrical, a regular strobe.
Yeah.
Well, I was
And so
wondering
I
if
might
it worked
wind up
because
doing that.
Damn
it's
right I want that skin, Tim.
sitting on the shelf forever.
What did you just
They
say?
got a
What
kick
Tim's
out of it.
foreskin?
What's that?
I'm sure just
That's
say
not,
what
that's not
Tim's
enough.
foreskin.
No, that's not enough meat, David. I actually want to get the bundle, Tim. I'm hoping they still have it on there in about a week. I thought it was gone forever, and then that's why I wasn't really worried about it. But and then they just brought it back. Lift up my headphone. I can't hear you.
And that's no fun this weekend. Supposed to get paid on the 1st, but I'm not going to get paid till the 3rd. Not fair.
Oh fuck! I was reading the chat.
Still take me bleeding bills out on the 1st and the 2nd. You just won't pay me in.
What bank are you with?
Nationwide.
Don't they normally process it on the anything due out on that's due on the Monday normally going on the Friday or Saturday?
Tim, Sean got Thomas
No,
a
anything
250
that
gig
comes
card.
out on Friday or Saturday, on Saturday or Sunday, instead of it being given on Friday, is now given on Monday.
Oh, they've gone the same way as Halifax then.
And that West
process
and
everything
loads
on
of
Monday.
others. Yeah. Yeah. Don't give anything early. Make sure they wait for it. build up an extra 2 days interest.
And I was looking at, yeah, because Saturday is the first.
Yeah.
So that means I get paid on the third, so that means I'll get paid on the third.
Sean got Thomas
Yeah.
a 250 gig card for his
Well, that's
Nintendo.
it. I won't get paid until the 3rd because that's the first working day after the 1st.
I gotta go to the bank tomorrow and put money in. I got bills coming out. I might have one coming out today. I gotta pay.
Yeah, they still take it out on the 1st and the 2nd. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to take it out until the 3rd either, but it depends on how the payment is made. PayPal will take it out. A direct debit will wait until the 3rd.
Yeah,
I gotta figure
go ahead,
that
go
out. I was talking to myself. Tom.
ahead. I do that a lot. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess Sean found some good deal on Amazon on them.
You buying V-Bucks, are you?
No, Sean got Thomas a SD card for his Nintendo Switch. As we were talking about the other night, and I was like, I had to find an SD card so Thomas could download
261.
Fortnite because with the new update, it was a lot more space. And Thomas
Yeah.
didn't have an SD card in the Sling. I found an 8 gig, but we had to delete everything off of his Sling just to fit the game. So Sean was like, "Well, he's like, I got an extra 256 card if you want it." I was like, "I mean, that's up to you." And then all of a sudden, I got the package today, so got it.
Oh, good.
So oh yeah, that'll be plenty of space for him to do whatever. Because the internal storage on those, I think, are only like 8 gigs or something. It's not very much.
16 gig in it. So
It's either 8 or 16, but it's not very much. Because Fortnite alone takes up 15 gigs. So it's like 14 and some change.
Well, it's better than the internal storage on the Mini 3. That's a magnificent 1.2 gigs. Gets you about 3 minutes of 4K footage.
Oh, 32 gig. And it can take up to a maximum 2 gig SD card.
And then you've
2
got the
ter-
Mavic. Then you've got the
You mean
Mavic
a
3
2
Cine
terabyte.
that has a terabyte,
Yeah, it's got a terabyte drive in it, SSD.
which
I don't remember
takes you
anybody
forever.
asking you, Lance. I don't remember anybody asking you.
Hey! School's almost out.
Hey Lance, how much internal memory has the Avata 2 got?
20
Yeah.
gigs of sucky memory.
Those are
Tim,
About 2's got 46, 47.
Tim, I don't-
That's right. 46. It's 46. That's right.
Tim,
And
I don't.
what an odd number.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
Tim,
got
I-
48, but it's using 2 gigs for processor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
you go. That's probably
Oh,
why.
for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Tim, I don't know how that works, but for some reason on the PC, the update was 55 gigs, but on the Switch it was 15. Don't
Right,
ask me how the fuck they
I
have
can
the
tell you
different
how it
size.
works.
I don't
Switch
know how that
doesn't
works.
use as much graphics and the smaller generated, so it doesn't need as much. And the Nintendo
I'm a
Switch
so-
gave it 32 and 64 and 1 to 8.
Well, that's what I was saying because if you download the update on the PC, it's 55 gigs, but on his it was only 14 and some
Yeah.
change.
It's just
I
that
don't
Switch-
recall them asking you though, Justin.
Yeah, that's quiet, old man.
yeah, the Switch handles it differently. That's how, and it compresses it differently.
Hey, Lance, how many more years you got before you retire and move to Florida or Arizona?
Because my daughter is 19 and a freshman 3 at the long end. I'm ready to go after 2, but my wife My wife is going to make me stay 3, I think.
What I want to know is where the hell is Lance going? Because he's always in the car.
Yeah,
I just drive. I just like driving.
let's use a lot
Y'all
of gas.
You guys
I
planning
drive
on
all
like
day.
I'm just going to
retiring
say
somewhere
school's
or what?
finished, hasn't it?
What was that, Mark?
No, not everywhere. Every state and school district are a little different. Some will get
Yeah.
out a week earlier than others. Some will be a month later. Depends. Like on my kids get out and they only have a day and a half left. Where Lance, they don't get out till what, the end of June?
Yeah, 21st.
21st.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
late.
Yeah, that's
But
not the same
our kids are
across
ready.
the board. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. Like my wife is the 15th. I'm the 21st. The private schools are out the end of May, so they're getting out about right now. But most of Washington is mid to late June.
Most of the UK is late July till the beginning of September.
Okay.
Main problem with schools these days is the overpaid fucking school boards.
Yeah.
Some of these
20
people be making $500,000 a year for what? A couple meetings a month?
They
It's like,
break
oh,
up
Jesus.
between the 19th and the 21st of July, and they go back on the 2nd for year 7s and the 3rd for everyone else. And
That's
I do
like,
not know why every year they always send them back on a Thursday, Friday.
So how late do they go to school? What's the ending date? Did you
18th
say
to the 21st of July
July, and then they go back right after?
in September.
Yeah, they only get 6 weeks off, 7 weeks off.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
yeah, our
but,
kid, I wish ours
but
only
that's
got that off.
But
Yeah,
that's
but you gotta
because
remember,
we get
we have
we
more
get 2
holidays
weeks at
than you.
Christmas, 2 weeks at Easter, and then 3 1-week half terms as well.
Yeah,
See, they
and the
get
5 floating days.
they get
Okay.
1 week for Easter, 1 week for Thanksgiving. They get 2.5 weeks for Christmas. Or because Christmas and New Year's kind of go into each other,
Yeah.
so they get about almost 3 weeks. It's
Yeah,
like right under 3
we
weeks.
used to go to school.
Yeah,
All
we
adds up. All adds up.
right,
the
up,
same.
Ours-
right up until about
ours
the
get-
first
ours
week of
gets-
June. Yep.
yeah, ours get 7 or 8 weeks during the rest of the year, and then 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks at summer.
Dude, at the end of June, my kids are going to
Remember.
camp for 2 weeks. I can't wait.
I can't remember.
And he's
My
back.
kids are
Yeah, I'm back.
going to camp for 12 days. So
Oh, my grammar school used to finish at the beginning of July to the beginning of September, but
Well,
so we
in
got more than
Scotland-
most.
Tim says that everybody's talking. He can't understand it.
well, in Scotland, they've all finished already because they ended last week, and they go back in the first week of August.
Don't worry, Tim, you're not missing anything.
Hello,
Yeah,
Dominic.
yeah, don't worry.
What
I
is that,
can't wait.
Dominic?
I can't wait till the kids go to camp though.
It's
Fucking 12 days.
36
apiece.
years for me. I don't remember.
You can't
They
wait
don't
till
do
the kids go back to camp because that's
They
when you
don't
can
do
make
that
a
yet.
new baby.
What's up, Jim?
All right, Tim. Justin.
What?
When the kids go back to camp, we start counting down to the sound of pattering tiny feet.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for them to go to camp?
No, it's free. The church pays for them to go.
It's
Oh,
free.
okay.
Justin takes them to the wall and chucks them over.
Yeah.
Well, you could
Takes
always
them, he takes them to the train station.
you could always send them FedEx.
Just
Yeah.
so we slip in the gate. It's a side gate where there's an opening. Just go in there and stand in line like you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Now the church that the kids and Sarah go to pay for them to go. It's a free thing for kids. I mean, it's all it's what it is. It's a camp that's run by like a collective of churches.
Yeah,
So
so they
they
get
all
taught
put a-
religious stuff while they're there.
Actually,
Pretty much.
very, very little. It'll be all like coping skills
Yep.
to learn.
I would say
Bible-
about 30,
Bible classes.
40% is about
Like,
religion.
I use my card.
Mm-mm.
They do a lot of like other stuff though.
See, when I got sent to Sunday school at the age of 11, the first thing I asked the teacher was, "Are you going to explain to me how the religion works with the birds and the bees, and the bees and the bees, and the birds and birds?" And the following week, I got pulled to one side and said they didn't want me anymore. My dad was fuming. I was like, "Well, you ain't getting rid of me on a Sunday anymore."
Mm. We didn't have Sunday school.
The thing was, though, my dad wasn't religious, so he just used it as an excuse to get rid of us for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So do you guys call it barbecue or grill?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Barbecue.
Yeah. A barbecue
Barbecue.
is a line of people outside of hairdressers.
Oh, but you're correct there. Yeah, but it's barbecue.
I call
Or
it
is it-
"she's on fire."
A
Is that
grill is
Barbie?
built in. A grill is
On the Barbie.
built into a cooker.
Dominic, Dominic, do you know David's favorite food is a barbecued chicken?
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
I love spaghetti casserole.
Yes.
Actually, Paul,
Yeah.
I have a few favourite dishes, especially when Laura's cooking. Flame grilled pizza, flame grilled burger, torched pie.
That's
You
the
know.
same as
Charcoal.
butt.
Charcoal.
So
Yeah.
you like the edges of it singed? Is that what you're saying?
Put it this way:
Not just the
sometimes
edges.
sometimes the chips comes in, and I push them together and make diamonds.
Ah,
But she does make a mean spag ball.
I mean what?
Spag ball.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti bolognese. What you call spaghetti?
Why don't you just call it spaghetti?
Because it's spaghetti with bolognese sauce. So it's spaghetti bolognese.
The
Because
hell's
we-
bolognese sauce?
Oh
Hmm?
my god! You know when you have your spaghetti,
It's
you know the
spaghetti.
sauce that you have on top, your meat
It's spaghetti
sauce.
sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bolognese
Yes.
sauce.
That's called
Spaghetti sauce?
bolognese. It's
No,
it's
it's not
Italian.
spaghetti sauce. It's bolognese.
It's Italian and it's called bolognese. Now, if you come over here and say you want spaghetti, you will get spaghetti. They will literally
With
just give
no
you
sauce.
spaghetti with no sauce. Oh no, actually wrong. You'll get a tomato sauce because you get spaghetti in a tin.
That's only if you buy it in a tin.
Yeah, but the other spaghetti they call it pasta.
I don't know why you guys complicate your lives like that. Just use regular English, you know.
We do.
We do.
Spag ball.
Bolognese
Italian.
Bolognese is not an English.
It's Italian.
There you go.
Right? And what do Italians call it?
Who cares?
Spaghetti.
We made it to the moon. The Italians said,
Bolognese.
call it what I want.
They call it spaghetti bolognese. Just like your mother used to make.
Well, but look at you were just complaining. Laura goes in and says she wants chicken nuggies. You know.
Yeah, because we call them chicken nuggets.
Because
Right? You don't
You
have to
see-
call them nuggies, the nuggets. Simple.
that's called spaghetti bolognese because you can also get spaghetti carbonara or spaghetti alfredo.
Yeah, spaghetti in tomato sauce.
You
Yeah.
guys
Or
can't. You
spaghetti
guys
in
can't.
barbecue
Tomato
sauce.
You guys complicate everything so much.
Spaghetti sauce is tomato sauce.
No, I'm
No.
talking tomatoey sauce, not bolognese sauce. No meat, it's
Ah.
just a sauce.
Carbonara is another form of sauce you can use with spaghetti.
Yeah.
and there's
Whatever.
about another 5 or 6 of them as well. At
Tim
least,
Jackson, Tim Jackson
depending
likes
on
Tim-
which area of Italy you come from.
Spaghetti
Tim
pizza.
Jackson likes spaghetti pizza.
Yes, you can get
Never had
spaghetti
that.
pizza.
Yeah, you can get spaghetti pizza.
You see, for a country that claims you have these massive supermarkets
Cheeseburger
with
pizza.
great choice, and yet
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have all these meals?
Nothing wrong with cheeseburger pizzas.
No, we just don't make basic meals try to sound all super fancy.
But they're
Yeah.
not basic. It's exactly
That's
what
its
you
proper
make.
name.
It's
Nah,
exactly
it's
what you
basic.
make, but you see, you've got spaghetti bolognese or spag for short, or you can have spaghetti bolognese with meatballs. Right? It's just simple.
Okay, so you guys understand what Tim's talking. Time to Fly says, good Kyle Pino. All of a sudden, the food experts went silent. Did you notice that, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's have a
Where's
look.
Don when you need him?
That's
He's
Chopino.
coming in a second. He'll be here.
Here
Yeah.
comes Tim.
He's listening.
No, I wouldn't like it because it's mussels.
That says Chopino.
Hello,
You hear me?
Tim.
Hey,
Hey,
Tim.
hey,
Joe.
Justin, spaghetti pizza is made like lasagna, but instead of lasagna sheets, it's spaghetti
Oh, okay.
pasta.
I'd try it.
So you layer it, you 3-layer it with everything that you would put on a pizza, each layer, and then you top it with the cheese of your choice with pepperoni or whatever you want on the topping of the pizza, and then you bake that, and it's called spaghetti pizza.
I'd try it.
And
Why
the
not?
vegetarian one is delicious.
It's good, man. You should try it.
Time to Fly says, hello, Captain Joe.
I just said hello to him.
Tim, I don't know about you getting UNICEF food. I think you need to send some menus back over and some cooking instructions.
Oh, I'm a good cook.
Exactly, but so if you make them a couple of instructions on how to make these things, you might broaden their horizons.
Nah, this is stuff that I grew up with, Pennsylvania Dutch.
But you know spaghetti bolognese, don't you?
Well, once I'm over here, yeah, no. Yeah. Bolognese is only like, all right, here's what it would be in America. Justin, do you know the marinara sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
bolognese.
one.
That's bolognese sauce. That's all it is.
Well, you know why
But
they
it-
got all that stuff down in Australia, Tim?
But it has mince
Yeah.
meat in it as well.
Because they
Yeah.
locked up all the Italians because they were mob people and sent them to Australia to prison.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Actually,
how my old man got here.
Yep.
Oh my god.
actually, you're wrong because the Italians didn't send prisoners to
You know, the
Australia.
Italians
It was the British.
Yeah.
It was the British that sent the people to Australia.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
But it was
They thought
that's what the Italian mobs ended up in Australia.
No.
Yeah,
They
So it was
thought
a British colony.
if they sent our prisoners by boat all the way from England to Australia, half of them wouldn't actually make the journey.
That's why it was a British colony.
Yeah.
It was a prison. It was a prison made into a British colony. The
Mhm.
Aboriginals started fighting them.
Yeah.
This is the problem, right? Because somebody had this great idea to take all our prisoners and send them on an exotic holiday to a nice island with great wildlife and lovely sceneries, yeah, as punishment. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
those that didn't commit crime had to live in a rainy territory that was all concrete jungle and
Yeah, but most
crap.
of them died halfway there of scurvy.
They did the same thing to Australia like they did to America. Same thing.
No, we didn't send prisoners to America. We
No,
sent
but
the
you
Irish.
took the no, you took
We
the
sent
land
the
off.
we sent the Irish.
Americans took the land off the English, American Indians. just like
Yeah.
English took the land off of the
Of
Aboriginals.
the Aborigines.
Not
Yeah.
all the land was stolen. Some of it was actually purchased.
Oh, here we go. Stolen land. This is another
Yeah, for
really
what? A
good
couple of
discussion.
bloody
Is that-
pebbles.
I don't care if they thought a bag of beads was worth a million acres. That's their problem.
Are you talking about the Louisiana Purchase, Justin?
And some of it was purchased from Spain, like Florida.
The Louisiana Purchase. Read up on that and see what happened during that schmeal or whatever. It's crazy crap.
Yeah, most of it, you just killed them and took it.
Right.
And then they wonder why the British just let them have America.
Then they want to make it. They want to make it look good, and they called it the Louisiana Purchase and made it history.
Yeah. Have you noticed we actually easily gave up America? It was like, yeah, you can have it. Fuck it, we don't want it. But we kept hold of Australia because it was nice and beautiful, and the people there were decent.
Something called the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
Yep. Have a
Well,
cup
that
of
was
tea.
why we left, because as soon as we found out that you tried to put tea in salt water, we knew you were heathens, so we went.
Yeah, it was like, nah, screw that.
Yeah.
Now you left America because you got your asses beat. It's called the independence.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
No, they wanna-
Strategic withdrawal.
I mean, let's
What a
face
call.
it though, military tactics back then were horrible. Let's march in a line and make loud drumming noises and just
Yeah.
sit there
Why
and
not?
take shots
Yeah.
directly.
That's how
They
you
But-
do
threw
it.
rocks and killed him.
But
They
let's
threw
be
rocks
honest,
and killed him.
give it a few years, right? And Americans will believe that Independence Day was when they sent a spaceship inside another spaceship,
God.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
God.
yeah.
and they'll celebrate that.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about Paul Revere. Let's ask him. The British are coming. The British.
I say that every time David goes live.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you'll have people believing that Paul Revere was the headless horseman,
Oh Jesus.
riding through Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Good book. Good book. Oh,
Bet
man.
you like meat sauce Jim, you sick fucker. What?
It's interesting though that whenever you go to war, you have to call upon us to come and give you a hand, to hold your hand in battle. And then
No,
when
no,
we-
no, no,
no,
no.
when we didn't join you, like Vietnam, yeah, it took forever. Jesus,
Yeah.
guys.
No, hold on. The English join Americans because they're afraid to get their ass beat again, so they just want, to stand by their side.
No,
Just
it's
kidding.
just that the Americans are a load of interfering twats.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we
You
took
ever
your
heard of the
land.
saying- You ever
We
heard
took
of the
your
saying, if you can't beat them, join them?
Look, we
There
we
you go.
took the colonies and then we saved them twice in 2 world wars. Just
Right.
saying.
Well, that's not true. But I've got to ask a question now. When you say, yeah, that the Americans beat the British in the War of Independence, right? You've got to remember that the people that were fighting were British versus British because the British were the ones that took it off the Native Americans. So technically, you didn't beat the British. You just beat yourselves.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm saying
but what was
everybody
it-
wants.
What was it
Everybody
they said
wants
in the
to-
Second World War? When the British
Everybody
fired,
wants
the
to point to
Germans
that
ducked. When the Germans fired, the British ducked. When the Americans fired, everybody ducked.
Oh Lord.
Problem was Japan poked the bear and it got, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, you didn't want to get involved
yeah,
for a
remember
while.
when the Germans won Pearl Harbor?
Honestly, I kind of wonder if Japan would have never done that, and say Germany never actually, if they would have not went after Russia and Britain, and just
Yeah.
stayed where they had already taken.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would have ever changed, or if it today that would be all German
Oh, easy.
territory. So
It'd be
Speaking
interesting.
Japanese right now. You'd be speaking
Yep.
Japanese right now.
well, because the only
Japanese
reason
bombed
is
Pearl
if
Harbor,
well the thing
Yeah.
was is
and then the Japanese
seemed
bombed
like-
Darwin. Not long after.
yeah, but it seemed like the U.S. wasn't
ama-
really concerned about all the other European countries. It seemed like they were more concerned about
It's
Britain.
amazing how many Japanese there are in Hawaii and the American East Coast.
And if you don't
West
remember,
Coast.
Dom,
Taking
they
it day by
didn't
day.
just they didn't just attack Darwin. They attacked 4 points of Australia.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying Darwin was their entry point.
Yeah, yeah. Well, down south and westwood was their Trojan. Darwin was their entrance. Yeah. Their
Have you
naval
watched
yards
that-
down south.
Yeah, if you watch that show, Man in the High Castle, I think it's called.
Yeah.
That actually is a show that is it shows in an alternate universe of what would happen if the US lost the war, and Germany and Japan actually had the US split into two.
Oh shit!
It was really crazy.
Hmm.
I think it was
Well,
Amazon show, The Man in the High
Thank
Castle.
Thank fuck Germany is your allies, eh?
Oh, they don't even
Well,
like talking about their past anymore.
Mm-mm.
You get in
They
trouble
killed
for
Adolf
even
Hitler,
bringing
though.
it up.
They killed Adolf Hitler, so that's cool.
Yeah, but he was Austrian, not German.
Yeah, but
Yep,
still,
exactly.
look what they were doing. Look what he was doing to the Germans. Fuck that. So the Germans got British and America to help them kill him, but Germans killed him.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's what I said. If Germany wouldn't have got greedy
That
and
looks nice.
stopped with Russia and Britain,
Mhm.
they probably would
Mhm.
still have that territory today. They got
Yeah.
greedy though.
Yeah, they did. Just like
Awesome.
Adolf Hitler did, and Napoleon.
That's what I'm talking about is Hitler.
That's it. Zoom
Hitler
this.
decided
Anyone
to
got
go
the
after
chain?
Britain and Russia, which was a mistake.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Germans repelled against Hitler and killed him with America and Britain's help. So
Yeah. But what I will say, no matter what however we think and whenever we joke about these wars, there is more that unites Britain, Australia, and America than divides us.
Yeah, it's
always
those
had a
fucking
Commonwealth.
Chinese.
Yeah, it's
they
called
always had a
YouTube.
Commonwealth. They always had a Commonwealth, all three countries.
No,
Because
it's the
they've
fucking
always been
Chinese.
allies after.
Fucking China.
Throw
We don't
that
like
Samsung
China.
phone away. Throw that Samsung
We
phone away.
can't.
Justin.
We cannot get
Samsung
rid of
is
the
Japanese.
Chinese. We'll have no takeaways.
It's
All our
true.
Yeah,
chippies will
exactly.
disappear overnight.
No,
Yeah.
when you say no takeaways, you mean no decent takeaways.
No chip shops.
Oh, here we go with food shit again.
Nearly all of our
It-
chippies are
it's
owned
the
by
food,
Chinese.
this is the food channel, remember?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
We're back on food.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
back on food.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a grilled pork chop tonight with mashed potatoes and baked beans.
But you mean a broiled pork chop?
I mean,
Yeah.
just think, what did the Americans give to the food world? McDonald's.
Diabetes.
I was just about to
McDonald's,
say that,
right?
diabetes.
Actually, we give away the most
Awesome
food of any
shit.
Don't
country in the world.
forget, yeah, you got McDonald's, you got KFC, you got
Plenty.
In-N-Out Burger. Basically, you've got a repetitive market that they just shoved. They just keep shoving out and renaming it and go, "There's another
Mm.
one."
Today
Yeah.
is National Hamburger Day, by the way.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Okay, guys.
What about
I'm
the
out of here.
Hamburglar? What about the
Yeah, but they
Hamburglar?
call it. Well, there's another thing they call it hamburger, and they put beef in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they call their cottage pie with sheep in it. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Shepherd's pie.
It's shepherd's pie.
They don't eat lamb that much over there, do they?
Cottage pie.
They do.
No,
Yeah,
not really.
minced.
No, we have freedom cows.
No, lamb is not something that you generally find in a grocery store. Now
Oh,
it
it's
will,
beautiful.
you'll
Ah,
find it at
lamb is
butcher
all you
shops.
find in the
I
grocery
mean,
store here.
expecting a book.
Oh,
Don't you
yeah.
get lamb
It's
mince
all
over
lamb
there?
over here.
Well,
Lamb
no,
and
I'm
mint
saying if
sauce.
you, go ahead, Tim.
No, I said lamb and mint sauce. Beautiful.
No, lamb, you can get lamb if you go to an actual butcher and get it, but your grocery stores, the three meats they generally sell is pork, beef, and chicken.
Yeah.
That's the three main food groups of meats
Not
you
over
find
here.
at a grocery store. Now, occasionally they will carry some random stuff like that, and then there's a lot of fish too. Like you go to a
Yeah.
grocery store, you can get a lot of different fish.
Yeah. Supermarket has its own little fish section here.
Right?
Yeah,
we
we
do
Oh
get,
yeah,
too.
we have.
We can get prawns, we can get crabs, we can get bugs, we can get fish.
Yeah, we can
Everything.
get all that.
Norton Bay bugs if you're lucky.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful. Mhm.
But if you go to a butcher shop, they tend to have more of the, I guess you want to say exotic meats because it's not something that's normally sold at a grocery store. So
What you mean, like ox, goat, horse?
yes, no, you can't. I think horse meat is illegal in the U.S.
Emu,
Yeah, alligator,
duck,
So we got
iguana,
emu, roo,
kangaroo.
kangaroo, crocodile, ostrich,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
American.
got all that.
monkey,
Yeah.
rabbit.
Ho-
I haven't seen monkey yet. No.
Horse meat, I think, is illegal in the U.S. I don't think you can
Yeah,
sell horse meat.
monkeys. Monkey meat is. I think it's not allowed, except for in Africa. But you get Africans trying to smuggle it into other countries.
Horse meat's been illegal for about 20 years now.
Yeah, I don't.
Horse
Yeah, I
meat's
was about to say I
illegal
don't.
here in the UK,
Yeah.
unless they hide it.
Mm.
It's illegal here.
That was a
Mm.
massive scandal over here.
Well, that's because horses
Mm.
have been put in. Certain animals get put in the category of we don't eat those animals. Those are pets, like cats and dogs.
Yeah.
We don't eat those. But over in China,
Well,
it's perfectly normal for them to eat dog. But we
And
don't.
cat.
Over
well,
here,
I don't
that'd
know
be
about
frowned upon.
China. It's more like Vietnam and around that area that they eat
Oh no,
dogs and
I've seen
snakes.
videos of Chinese dog breeding
Chinese,
Mm.
things, and they're very disgusting too.
you know,
Only
Yeah.
because
Chinese
I
is
grew
cat.
up not
But
actually eating dogs, so to me it's horrific. But whatever. I mean,
two of the
Probably the-
main meats in mainland Europe are like goat and horse.
Yeah. Horse becomes
Chinese.
mortadella.
Mm.
Chinese eat a lot of cat too.
Yeah, it is cat that the Chinese eat.
Mm.
They
now they're
where I used to live in southern Jersey, one of the Chinese shops got shut down by the foods place or whatever the fuck it was, health board, because they found
Yeah.
cat carcasses hanging in the freezer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, tried to get away with them being similar size to rabbits.
well, it's like it's like bats. What do they call those? The chicken of the cave, right?
Yeah.
I've ate bat.
It's all
So
cat is.
sausage.
It's chicken of the alley.
I had bat.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah,
bat
chicken of the
curry
alley.
in the Seychelles.
Dominic didn't like that statement. He's like, oh no.
I'm
No, thank
gonna
you.
look at Serenity in the different places. Barbecue.
Yeah, and other meats like duck, goose, partridge, pheasant, quail.
I like my duck. Duck tastes good.
I am
Mm.
so bad I'm vegetarian.
I used to have teal duck all the time when I went duck season.
You get some
Crispy
good
duck.
deals if you go to a
Crispy duck
butcher.
with spring onions and cucumber wrapped in a rice pancake
Mm.
with
Most butchers,
hoisin sauce.
You can put it in a
Most butchers-
banana leaf and put it in a smoker.
most butchers have dishes already made and prepared with different kinds of meats.
Oh yeah, there was a place we used to go. in California, and they had fajita mix already seasoned and everything. You just put through it in the frying pan, a little bit of oil and cooked it up. Oh, so good.
Yep. Yep.
But they was already pre-seasoned with the vegetables and the meat chopped up and everything. It was, you just go in there and tell them how many pounds you wanted.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they got that in Aldi. Wasn't it you?
That's what my butcher,
Yeah, that wasn't me
Yeah.
that had that. It was a shrimp fajita mix Sarah got.
that's what my butcher has. My butcher has prepared meat and everything and marinated. Bless you. But they do it by the grams over here, not ounces.
Yeah.
So when I go to the butcher, I usually get everything 250 gram because I'm single. So I know I'll eat it all.
They're awkward buggers here. They give you the price in pounds and in kilograms just to be awkward.
Not pounds here. It's all grams.
Yeah, but it's good when they give you your price in pounds. That's £5. Perfect.
Yeah, pound weight.
Yeah, but Britain is the only country I think in the world that actually uses both systems of measurement.
Yeah,
Only
use
because
it for the-
only because
use-
we were in Europe and they made us.
well, no, we use both because we use the one that causes the most havoc.
Yeah.
Justin,
I mean, technically,
you should have saw how much I had to learn when I came over here.
Well,
My first job was doing fencing.
uh-huh.
Go ahead, Mark.
We're not in the European Union. We should go back to imperial measurement.
Yeah. Everybody should be on the metric.
Well, I mean, technically, we use both systems over here when it comes to automotive and scientific research, stuff like that. They use the metric system more for that. I mean, actually, in the science realm, they end up using metric more than standard, so. You know, if you were to work for space, oh, go ahead, sorry.
When I came over here, I was doing fencing for my first job and working on farms and shit. And I had to do everything different. Like, I was used to inches and shit like that, inches and feet, RL. That was hard.
Yeah, like if you're a mechanic, you're gonna use both.
Mhm.
So,
I never did.
well, I'm saying you have like your 13 millimeter wrenches, or sockets, you got your millimeter sockets, you got your standard sockets. So you tend to learn the metric system more if you're a mechanic than you would an average person working, you know, a retail job or something like that.
I was used to 16ths and quarters and eighths and shit like that.
Like I have standard sockets and I have metric sockets. And I know exactly which metric size matches the standard size.
The most socket used on an engine is usually 5/8 or 3/4. 3/4, I think, is the engine mount. 5/8 is usually everything else. And then
there's that
joke.
Because there's that old joke about the 10 millimeter socket always missing.
Yeah, it always
is.
That's
the one socket everybody loses. And it's true too.
Yep. Always is.
If I lose a tool, I just look at my neighbor's toolbox. It's always there.
But I mean, if you were to work for NASA or SpaceX, you would probably use more metric than you would standard. Because in like I said, in the scientific field, they tend to use metric more.
I don't know. When I worked for NASA, I used imperial.
Well, fuck off. No, but no, in the scientific field though, they do tend to use metric more. That's considered better for that, I guess.
Oh,
The same with the computers. Look at computers, right? When you talk to Sean, he always goes by Celsius when he's measuring the temperature. He never uses Fahrenheit.
Good.
because
Yeah, it's all sauces.
they tend to do that as well in the computer industry too. They tend to use metric more.
Good.
Well, that's true. If you look at some of the screws.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you're a mechanic, you'll definitely learn both. Or if you're somebody who uses hand tools a lot, you're going to end up learning
Yeah.
both metric and standard very quickly.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you'll be able to know exactly what a 13 millimeter is in standard and vice versa. You could
Well,
go
you
through
get
your
used to
sockets and wrenches.
it. I've personally thought it.
You're breaking up, Tim.
It's raining here.
Ah.
Yes, it did.
2.86 sounds bigger than 9 inches.
Yeah. Don't all talk at once.
Uh,
Well, it's either we all talk together or not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, Justin.
oh, Lord.
Excuse you?
Said her name 3 times.
I remember
Shut up,
saying
Karen.
ass 3 times. Although I may have.
Quiet. Oh. How many ships you flew today, Paul?
I think you got 1 or 2
2?
today.
Yeah, I wanted to go fly. I was gonna go fly in the backyard. When the baby left, I was tired. I just went and lay down. Shit.
Mm.
Baby wore me out. Had it for 4 hours. And that little girl, boy, God darn it. She had the last hour, she did not want her bottle. She did not want her cup of water. She was eating pieces of Ritz crackers. And she was happy with that, but she kept saying, Mama, Mama, wanting Mama. I told that to Brittany. She says, yeah, she wanted the boob. That's what she wanted.
What level are you on,
And
Tim?
so can't help her with that.
Oh, Tim dropped out. Never mind.
Mm.
Nobody was talking. Tim got mad.
Oh, he was breaking up real bad too.
And you see they're talking about the Trump trial today, right? If I
Mhm.
was on that jury, I would be so pissed off because they told the judge this morning, we're willing to stay late for a verdict tonight. if you want us to. Because they want to get this over with. They want to go back to that light. So this morning, the defense had their closing remarks, lasted for about an hour. The prosecution came in now with their closing remarks. They're on hour number 5. So they're talking 5 hours closing remarks. That would, no matter what I was thinking, I changed my vote already. I said, bitch, you lost down. Talking too much. Because it would be telling me that you're trying to overcompensate for something you don't have now. You know, that's what it would be to me. You're trying to convince me in 5 hours what y'all couldn't convince me in 4 weeks. It's crazy. The judge ought to have enough of it. Just call it.
Mm.
So, where's David? You still here?
Who?
David, you still here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put the picture in of that AI picture I did of me holding a controller with the wings and the meshy, and it comes out. I look like a freaking zombie holding a crab.
So it's accurate then.
I actually look like a zombie holding a crab.
If you sign up to a Bamboo account, Bamboo's got one, but you only get 10 credits a month. And it works a little bit better.
Yeah, this one ain't working that good. I'm glad it's free.
There's a few out there. I mean, Laura came out all right.
Yeah, Laura did.
It must be.
Showing me again.
It must be feminine.
Check. Down. Down.
Did Tim go?
He left.
He started cutting out real bad and then he dropped out. So I don't know what happened.
Well, you know, I have that medical problem where my legs just randomly bleed.
Yeah.
Normally, it's just one leg, but tonight, both of them went at the same time.
Oh shit.
Cellulitis?
You don't know what it is. It's something to do with an autoimmune disease, they're thinking.
Does it start to get discolored in it starts bleeding?
No, it just, you just stood there and it just got pop.
It sounds like
It just bursts
cellulitis
out.
still.
Hmm.
Sounds like a form of cellulitis.
Well, they've ruled out cellulitis.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember when I was working unit, we picked up a guy one time. He was about 340 pounds, and he was sitting by the Hard Rock Cafe, and he was complaining that he was having problems with his legs. And we pulled up on it. When we looked at him, we knew it was cellulitis. We could see it. And the guy looked at us, and his brother was sitting with him. Come the story behind, I'll tell you the story in a minute. But he looks over at us. He says, "Yeah, I need to go to the hospital." And he goes to stand up. And I said, "Don't stand up. Just sit." He stands up, and that whole leg just blew out.
No, this is just random spots. I've got a continuous like rash, and every now and again one will just go poof. And when it explodes, it spits out a lot of blood.
Yeah. Well,
Sounds like
this
herpes.
guy,
Pressure builds up.
this guy and his brother were homeless, and he had cellulitis, and he wound up going to the hospital and being admitted for a couple of weeks while they treated him. And the brother would come in there and stay with him, and they'd have a place to stay and eat. And that's what they were doing. And then when it started getting well again, they let him go. Then he wouldn't treat it, and he let it get bad again, and he was going back and forth to the hospital like that. It was a sad situation.
Yeah. But yeah, they were they thought this was like a form of cellulitis, and after they did a biopsy, and they were treating me with like different creams and medication, and then last week it was like, this ain't getting any better, and then the woman looked at the results again. She went, I just want to analyze the results, and then she just went, oh shit, they're not your results. So for 3 years, they've been treating me for something I don't have.
Oh no.
So I have to go back, have another biopsy, and then I've got to have Friday. I've got to have a blood test for liver, kidney, and everything. Because if it's the rare autoimmune disease that they think it is, which is sort of really weird name, why can't they just give it a simple name? You know, like tomato leg or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it has to be something like
Hemoglobin.
Here's the picture. Here's the picture right here, what I did. And here's the picture that came out.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Ah,
And that's my baby girl.
oh, good.
You see her here holding a drone?
Yeah.
Well,
She got her own little drone.
Awesome.
She playing. That's what I had all day.
Joe, just send me a picture you want me to do, and I'll put it through Bamboo for you.
And I'll get you one. I'll find one.
And I'll send it back and you see what you think. I think the problem is with your Captain Joe one, it's trying to take out the flags out of the background.
Yeah, it took the flags out of the background. Yeah, I could take me out of the back. I mean the flag out the background. Yeah, it's a little strange.
But what you've got to remember, that picture that he's giving you is not what will print out. Because obviously it'll
Right.
just print out in white. So as long as it's got the shape, you know, then you do the detail in your paint and stuff.
Yeah, it's got the shape. It does have the shape. So it might work.
It really puzzled me with a Laura one. It could not say behind Laura's head. Not a possibility because of the angle she was standing at. But yet it still put a bun on the back of her head like she wears. Weird.
Now in my left shoulder, it missed that buckle, so it's got a big hole in the shoulder where I got shot. Yeah. It's got the shape. The shape came out. It actually got me a little skinnier than I am. That's good.
But don't forget as well, you can put it through Mesh Mixer and fill in the missing parts.
Yeah.
I had to do that to give Laura's model a brain. Wait for it.
Yeah, it actually didn't come out that bad. You know, it really didn't. it was fun. It's fun to play with. I played with it with a couple of things.
Yep.
I ought to go to Arby's tonight. Arby's got a big cheesy bacon burger
Oh,
because it's
okay.
national. It's actually, I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about this. It's 50% off because it's National Burger Day. But
Mm.
instead of paying like $5 for it, it's like $2.50.
Mm.
So it's actually through
Bit fitty.
6/2. So I'll get one before the second. I'll get one before Sunday. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I look at all those little apps, and when they come out with stuff that have like right now, you can go to Wendy's, and if you buy a French fry, say just all you have to order is a fry, you can get a junior bacon cheeseburger for a penny.
Oh, okay.
That's on National Burger Day. The other day they had, if you bought a Wendy's single, you buy the first one at the regular price, you get the second one for $1. So that's not a bad deal. So I look at the apps when they come out, especially Wendy's. I think Wendy's is a little bit better than McDonald's. I actually think Wendy's is a little healthier too. Not much healthier, but it's healthier, I think.
Yeah. Nothing's ever healthier. Everything kills you.
Yeah, that's my go-to if I'm on the road and I'm doing something and I feel my blood sugar trying to drop. I just swing through and get a junior bacon cheeseburger bag.
Yeah.
You know, that way I got a little bit of everything for $5. Well, I got Loki's new medicine in today. It's a company out of, God darn it. It wasn't the US, it was out of Ireland. It's out of Ireland. That's where it's coming from. And it's bacon flavor. So I'm gonna try those. These and the other ones, what I did is I increased it from 3 to 4 a day. And it looks like that's working. So just because they were $8, I might keep them and just give them 4 a day. Because the first ones, it was 3 a day. The second ones looks like it might be 4 a day. It might have been a little less of the hemp in it or something. So once I figure out the dosage, you know, this new one, I'm gonna probably just get this one because it looks like the same company as the first one. But when I had it at 3 a day, he started having seizures again. And he don't need to have
Well, that's why I
seizures.
was kind of wondering if at some point he might get a little bit immune to that dose,
Yeah.
and you may have to up it a little bit. But if it seems to keep working, I'd just stay on it.
Yeah, because like I said, I made sure this morning when I got up, I gave him one. I gave him one about 6 hours later. And then about 6 hours later, I gave him another one, you know. So he'll get one before we go to bed tonight. And he looks like he's handling the 4 of them just as good. He's not acting lethargic or anything. But at least he's acting a little bit better right now. But the one that needs these pills is that freaking Cleo. Because she's a total bitch.
Oh, no.
She needs I mean, she'll be laying right here between the pack and play and the desk where you walk in. And if she's laying out flat and Loki starts to walk in, she'll start showing teeth and growling at him. Like, don't walk past me. You know, and she'll go after him. She'll bite him. Like this morning, she was in between, and I was giving them each a treat, and Tino backed up, and she turned around, and all her teeth were in his face, growling at him. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about you being bad. You bad. No.
Later, Jim.
Your dish.
Hey, Jim.
No. Later, Jim.
Bye.
I'll tell you something you never train dogs to do. And I did this, and I guess I was impatient, and that's why I did. And now I'm impatient that I did it. Is that when you train them to use the paper, don't tell them to come back and let you know because they want a treat. And now she'll go in there and pee and come in here, bark at me and want a treat. And they take turns. They'll go stand. I'll see them. They're in the hall, like, looking at each other. And then one will go on the paper and come out here and want a treat. Then the other one will go on the paper and they'll do it back to back to back. I'm trying to break them of it now.
If you give them a treat, they won't do it.
Well, the thing is like she's sitting here on the floor looking at me like, well, I done peed. Can I have a treat? No, go eat your dish. Go eat your dish.
Wait till you put your slippers on later. Ah, crap.
No, what she does to me is when I, like right now, if she gets mad enough, she'll go walking down the hall. When I go to walk down the hall, I turn the light on, and they'll find a turd right in the middle of the hall. She'll leave one right in the middle of the hall. And she leaves it far enough back, and if you don't turn the light on, you'll step on it. Yeah, she's smart. She got her shit together. And she's sitting here looking at me like, you're either gonna give me a treat or I'm leaving you a turd. Oh, crazy. What's up, Paul?
He's
You're
muted.
Okay.
We're
I'm
back.
still alive.
That's good.
Just don't stand downwind.
Yep.
Oh no, it's completely all liquid just flowing out.
Oh my God.
Liquid purr.
It kind of looks like ginger ale.
Oh, okay. It's a good color at least.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not eating right now.
It's just not a consistency.
What do you think, Justin?
It's gross.
I think his dinner's just gone down the garbage dispenser.
No, we have to discuss bowel movements. It's a
Well, it's an act of life, you know. When you stop peeing and crapping, you're dead, you know.
Well, no, you're not
Yeah,
dead.
point.
You got a couple of days till you explode.
Yeah.
You
Well,
do
that's
have a
if you
point.
keep eating.
So that rules out me eating no coffee ice cream tonight.
I don't know. It's up to you.
No, that you shouldn't have said the ginger ale color. Now the coffee ice cream's out.
yeah. I won't be drinking ginger ale today.
I guess I'll eat that rainbow Italian ice I have. At least
Yeah.
I'll have some bright colors.
Yeah, what's
Hey,
it
I'll go to-
says you had a rainbow poo.
Yeah, I was going to say, stick clear of anything chocolate.
I'll go to the dollar store and get the Italian ice they have over there, and they have a company called Philadelphia Italian Ice Company that puts it out, and they have a Hawaiian one that has it's pineapple, coconut, and I think blueberry. I think it's like that. I
Mm.
think it's blueberry. And boy, that tastes good together. I mean, it really tastes good, the flavoring. Yesterday I went in there and I looked at, they had an orange one up there and I looked at it. I thought it was orange. It said mango.
Oh, okay. Mango, lovely,
Man,
lovely
I,
taste.
gr- I ate the whole pint of it yesterday. That thing
Yeah.
was good. $1.25. I'm gonna have to go back
Oh,
there
even
tomorrow.
better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there tomorrow and buy about 5. Stick them in the
Mhm.
freezer. Especially summertime right now. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
I had
whole
a
thing's whole 320 calories for the whole thing.
I had a mango
Nice.
sorbet earlier. That was nice.
Nice. Really cleans the palate.
Mm.
Just the way Loki looks at me. He come up here and he's standing up here just looking at me. Like he's telling me thank you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I know.
Can't wait to go back to the doctors, and he's going to
Go
turn
that way.
around to me and say, "So, how did you lose so much weight?" I watched Paul Murray's show.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, last week it was Tuesday Tech with Paul Murray, who had a computer problem.
Yeah.
Today is internal medicine with Paul Murray.
Bowel movements.
It's all there, isn't it?
Like Curtis, Jim.
You can't say this channel gets boring.
No.
There's always something. Although mine got a bit interesting earlier on. Donald's changing his YouTube channel name, and yeah, he was talking about selling people a link to a free game, and he said he's not selling them the game, so that's not misleading. He's just selling them an easy access link, so saving them time.
Give you a hug. Good night.
Good night.
That didn't work.
Good night, everybody on the panel.
Good night.
Night.
Good night, Ria.
And will the other one be gracing me with her presence?
Yeah, probably in a second. They could like to Bluey. Rio wasn't happy, so he stuck his head over the top of Bluey's. Good night, Rio. Good night, little man. Good night.
You know what this leg problem feels like? Being eaten from inside.
Liz,
And now we're sticking.
you have
Hey,
to-
Cleo.
Harry's like just normally talking to me. Then you've got
Leo.
his head going. You're too cute. You're too cute.
Don't talk to me like that while I'm on the panel.
I'm not talking to you. You're too cute. Hmm.
Shh. Well, Paul, I'm sure you didn't mean to end it in that way, but Ginger Ale seems to have taken it.
What's that?
Everyone, after your ginger ale discussion, everything's gone quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking the mashed potatoes are kind of ginger ale color in there. So I don't know if I want that tonight. I guess I'm going to get me a hamburger.
Dominic, what's happened to your green screen? It's
so
green.
green.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't seem to get it to
Oh,
work
you're on the
on
iPad, aren't you?
iPad. Yeah, I don't know
It
how
doesn't
to.
really work very well on the iPad.
For some reason, this thing has developed a hum.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it might just be a loose connection on when you plug it into your computer. Mine does the fucking same.
Sophie.
Mine's fine until I turn the computer off and it sits there going.
Go say goodnight.
So you have to give it a good kick.
Let me see.
He is glued to that phone. 3 times. So
Dominic,
ignore
are
it.
Yep.
you using the Zoom app on the iPad?
Yes, I am.
Come on.
If you, on the very bottom, go across to
Yep.
the 3 dots that say more,
Yeah.
that will allow you to change your background.
It says disconnect audio, notes, meeting settings, apps, and security. That's all I've got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
I'll
go
work
to,
it out.
if I go to there, it comes up with security, meeting settings, and background and effects.
No, I haven't seen that. Okay. I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Yeah. It's on the 3 dots on the end.
Yeah, I've got the 3
the
dots.
bottom.
It just says disconnect audio, notes, meeting settings, apps, and security. As I said, I'll work on this later.
All right.
And then,
Yeah, I've got background and effects as well on there.
yeah, I'll see what happens.
And and then when you get to that, it's got backgrounds, video files, and avatars.
Right.
Let me look, Tim.
There's a plus sign. You can add different photographs in different backgrounds.
Yeah. As I said, I'll take note of that.
Yeah. Okay, folks. I have the video to end the language barrier debate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord, oh.
Just a minute. Good night. See you in the morning. Right, here we go. Share. Just let me.
This store is huge. I'm so disoriented. Oh, you mean
Yeah, it's
disoriented?
still there, Tim.
What? Never mind. What else do we need? Aluminum foil. You mean aluminium? What are you talking about? Oh my god. Okay. What else do we need? Let me check the list on my mobile. Mobile. It's mobile. If it was mobile, it would be spelt noble with an M. God, you guys just mispronounce everything? Okay, so what's this? Bottle of water? A bottle of water, is it? Governor? Oh, a bottle of water. Is that how you pronounce it right? Is that the correct pronunciation? A bottle of water. The store is huge. I'm so disoriented. Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's
But-
like they say, acclimated instead of acclimatized.
Yep.
A bottle of water.
I think we could go on for another hour with this whole deal. There's many others.
That's funny.
Tim, when you get home, if you go into YouTube Studios, go down to the video and click copyright, it will tell you what country it's banned in. I would hazard a guess it's going to be Russia and Germany, because they're the two that seem to be the main ones.
Don't know
Oh,
what
those
country it was
pesky
banned
Germans.
from. Usually when it's a copyright like that claim though, and it says blocked in some countries, usually it says just random ass Middle Eastern countries.
With us, it's normally Russia and Germany.
But it'll
Yeah.
tell you in the
And Iran.
studio which ones it blocked it in.
And Iran. But as long as we guys can see it, doesn't matter.
So Dominic, I have
Yep.
38. When the next 2 videos go up, I'll have 38 videos this month posted.
Oh, great.
Okay, I gotta have 2 more. I gotta get 2 more up. I want 40.
Well, you've got 3 days,
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
Oh,
5
no.
days.
Looks like the operation was not a success. It's turned Dominic into Daniel.
Yeah, my laptop is cooked, so
What
I've
have
got
you
to
done to it?
use it. I don't know, it just won't turn on.
That's an apple for you.
Yeah,
Well, at least it's not an orange.
yeah.
It might as well be.
So you're not getting any power, nothing?
No, nothing. It's blank.
So either something's come unseated or the power bank has just given up.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, if the battery's run down completely and it's not charging, it could be the power.
No,
Yeah,
it won't.
it
If you
was-
plug it in,
It was working. It was working because I had about 30 or so percent charge, and then I went to type something, and it just went completely blank, and there's no power going into the socket.
well, it won't be battery because once you've got it plugged in, it will work without the battery.
Mm.
But you can take the battery out and test it.
Yeah, but it won't charge up if the power's not working.
Yeah,
You're about the power block.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's the power block. That's what it sounds like.
but I've
Well,
tried
you
it
got-
in a different. It was already charging, and then when I went to type something, it just went dead.
So yeah, that
gotta
thing
say-
might just be. Well, it
Yeah.
is kind of an old laptop though.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think it's just showing its age.
It's been punished after 9 years.
What you
Yeah,
need
that's
to
a
do,
long time for a laptop, dude. I'm telling you.
Suppose you could check the fuse in the plug if it's got a fuse in the
No.
plug,
what he needs
No.
to do,
or failing that, if you've got a multimeter, check your voltage across the output.
I've already done that.
No.
right, let's
No,
get serious here. Tip it upside down to should be about 10 to 15 screws. Take
Yeah,
them
I
out.
know.
Take them out. Get the hamster. CPR.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, 9 years is a long time for a laptop.
Yeah,
That's a lot of use moving it around, and you take it places with you a lot. I mean, that thing's just probably getting worn out.
hey,
Yeah.
You might have to start saving up to get a new one.
John
hey,
Stride.
Justin, I've got an Apple MacBook, 12 years
Uh-huh.
old.
Yeah.
It's 12 years old and it's still
Apple
working.
doesn't tend to age that fast. You know, because
No, but I'm saying yeah, but how much did you actually use that thing before you put it up though?
Oh, I
Mate.
use it every once in a while. That's my thing. It was always,
That's
it
what
was
I'm saying,
always
but
when I was
Dominic
going when I
is,
needed it.
but I'm saying as
Ah.
much as Dominic has moved that thing around and
Yeah.
using it regularly, he's
Yeah,
gotten a lot
Dominic
of
I've
use
given
out
it
of
a
that
right
thing.
thrashing. Yep. It has been absolutely thrashed.
I mean, if you
I
just
think
take
it's
the
just-
last 2 years since he's been live streaming, for fuck's sake, that's like
Yeah, I know.
6 years in a normal wear and tear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, but not all is lost. Take the hard drive out, whack it up on Facebook, Spurs and Repairs for the near normal price that you would buy it brand new. Right, some fucker will buy it because it's an Apple product. Right, go out and buy 2 Windows laptops sorted.
I tell you, the best laptop I've ever bought was a Surface.
Oh, Surface Pros are awesome. I've got one here.
Yeah, I
They're
got
fucking
one.
And I don't even
expensive too.
freaking use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a Surface I bought. That's the one I showed y'all with the skin I put on it. I bought
Oh,
that
yeah,
a couple
sir.
of years ago.
Surfaces are just as expensive as iPads.
Yeah,
Wow.
my son had one and lived by it, just loved it. And I said, well, you know what? If I want to go to IBM, I'm gonna get a Surface. And I love
IBM, what is this, 1992?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
You mean Microsoft? Surface,
You know what I mean.
yeah, Microsoft the Surface Pros.
Make
He's
sure
like,
you
I
can
was
see
looking
this.
to upgrade to an Apple Macintosh.
Making sure you
Yeah.
can see this. And I'm not wasting my time to reach for it. I'll just use mine.
If you don't have an Apple Macintosh, do you have a Commodore 64 or an Acorn?
Yeah, I
I
do.
actually do. I have a Commodore SX64.
I've got an
Yeah.
Acorn BBC Model B.
Yeah, or the BBC Micro.
I've got a ZX80, a Sinclair ZX81.
Oh, send it me.
Sell
I'd
that
have to
shit and
look
buy
for
a
it,
new
though.
laptop.
You could probably sell that one and get a new one.
Yeah, it's
Depending
also
on what
streaming all over the place though.
Depending on what model Commodore you have, though, depends on the price of it. Because some are very rare models and they go for a lot more. But there's a lot. If you go on
SX.
eBay, there's tons of Commodores on eBay. There's tons of them.
SX64 is rare.
Hey, you
That
guys,
was
you
the
guys
one that
gonna
was
handle it
affordable.
if I go and get a ship real fast?
Go for it.
Go.
I got that other Viking coming up, and it's gonna start raining any minute now. But I want to get down there.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Now remember, don't trust the fort, okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dominic, your ZX Spectrum 81 is only worth. Well, someone's trying to sell one for 6,600.
Oh,
Yeah, but
nice.
what if they sell for, though?
Yeah, but someone else is selling one for 64.99.
Oh, okay. That's lunch.
You look at
What's
what
the
the sold
SX70
price
go
is.
for? Not the SX70, SX, I think it's SX64.
I said we've looked up Commodores on eBay. There's tons of them on there. But it
Yeah.
depends on what model it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sell that Commodore, you have throw that on Facebook Marketplace with your old laptop. You might have it good enough to get you a new laptop.
Well, interesting. They go around about $200 to $12. Oh, there's one there.
Oh,
for-
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
$12 is one.
what have they sold for though? Because asking is different than what they've actually sold for.
These are all buy it now prices.
Okay. Because that's like when you go to a pawn shop, that's one thing they're going to look at is what have they sold for, not what people are asking for them. Because you can ask whatever you want for them, but
Now, if you
If
have
it
the
don't-
original mouse, that could be interesting.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
$93 for that mouse.
I actually found out one of our local pawn shops actually has a pretty successful YouTube channel.
Good.
Most of
I wanted to go in there and check it out, but I haven't been over there yet. It's about a couple miles from my house. But I heard the guy mention Lakeland and Winter Haven in it, and then I saw a drone footage they got from the front of the building,
Yes.
and I saw the address and I typed it in, and yeah, it was only a couple miles from my house.
Oh, great.
I didn't even know there was a pawn shop over there in that complex, so I'm gonna have to go over there and check them out one
Yeah.
what you can get over there, and it's actually a porn shop instead.
day. He buys
Yeah,
a
they've
lot of
sold-
buys and sells a lot of metals,
Yeah,
precious
they've
metals.
sold here for about $600. The SX64.
I mean,
So,
to be
I could
honest
probably-
with you, if you're not using it and it's just sitting
Yeah.
there collecting dust, might as well get rid of it.
Well, let me tell you what my problem is. It's in mint condition. It's in a suitcase that I bought that fits it perfect, and everything fits in there, all the disc, and I've got all the disc, all the expansion drives, everything. It's in there. This is what my problem is. Because I was military when I bought it, and I was going overseas, and I was taking it with me. On the computer, I etched in nice, pretty print my social security number.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
that's
would just sand it off of there and just tell them there's light body. Tell them
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
what I'm
nick in
gonna
it.
have to do. I think it's on the keyboard and that. The keyboard's plastic, so
What
that
was
ain't
that
gonna
number,
happen.
by the way?
I ain't telling
Yeah, what
you.
was that?
Because that was my service number.
It was like, why the
That
hell
was
all of
when
a
it
sudden
didn't
I got
matter,
12 more credit cards on my credit report?
So it's like, but I've thought about it. I've thought about trying to match the paint and just sanding it lightly,
Well-
getting it off, and then sanding it and painting it back.
Well, I'm saying people are real collectors. They're going to want to buy it to display it. If you're
Yeah.
not actually keeping it as a collector item and you're not displaying it, you might as well get rid of it.
Yeah, it's a vintage piece, and I pulled it out about a year ago, and it turned on and everything. I checked it to see if everything was still working.
It's, I've seen some guys on YouTube that collect old computers, and they have like almost a museum set up, like in some of them have like warehouses, or they'll have a garage and they'll have them all set up in there.
Yeah, that might be a project this year. I might pull it out during the summer and get some light sandpaper, real fine stuff, and sand it real slow.
And then just make sure you put that on there so it doesn't come up later and they say, oh, you said it was perfect, but there's a blemish here,
Well,
Even
if I could find a paint to match it, you won't see it.
I mean, you probably could, but like if you worst case scenario, you just put on there perfect condition, but there is one little area that's nicked or, slightly scuffed. And you make sure
Yeah.
you put that in the description if you're not able to actually fix it to where you can't notice it. That way they don't come back to you and say, oh, you said it was perfect, but there's a scuff in there side of it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that guy was happy with that phone. Because nobody ever said anything about it. I sold it for $70-something.
Oh yeah, and flagship phones like Apple phones and Samsung phones, even if they're 2 or 3, 4 generations, even 5 generations behind, they're still worth money. People will buy them either to take the precious metals out of them, or they'll buy them for parts or whatever. And some people will buy old phones and ship them overseas to, the more third world countries where they'll actually use them. We used to have this one guy who was from the Middle East. He was from, I think he was originally from Kuwait. And he would come into the Walmart and he'd want to buy up all the cheap ass flip phones when we put what brand was it? I can't remember what brand it was, but there was a brand, and every once in a while we'd put these things on like really super cheap. You could come in and buy these flip phones off the shelf for like $10 a piece. And because nobody bought them, I mean, obviously this was only 3 or 4 years ago. People were all buying smartphones, but he would come in and want to buy, he'd buy all of them out. And then I asked him one day, I said, what do you do with these? He goes, I ship them overseas. He goes, you'd be surprised how much they'll pay for these old cheap flip phones over there. I said, Jesus. He was like, a lot of them go to Iraq. He was shipping them into Iraq in different places and selling them. He had some guy over there that he would ship them to, and then they would split the money. But he was getting like $100 American for a fucking $10 flip phone.
Yeah, we were getting that when we took them over to the Seychelles as well.
Oh yeah, some of those areas of flip phone is like gold. Especially in some of the countries where they haven't caught up, there's still some countries that are using 2 and 3G. They haven't even gotten to 4G yet.
Mhm.
So they need those older phones.
Well, I've just looked on eBay, and the only Tandy TRS-80 that's the same as mine that's on there is going for $300.
Shit.
Have you seen?
I must dust mine off then.
Yeah, and if you got all the accessories with like David said, you got the mouse and everything, that just adds to the price.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the expansion box for it that doubled the memory.
Yeah, I
Gave it
did
an
that
And you
too.
know, and the thing
32K.
is with older
I had
tech
it up
like
to
that,
64K.
well, older
Yeah.
tech like that too, expansion packs usually are the rarity items that
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't buy
there's
them.
actually none of them for sale on eBay.
Like for
Yeah.
gaming systems, you know, like Nintendo 64s and stuff, they made a lot of weird expansion shit you could put on these systems that a lot of normal kids never got their hands on. And so they became rare because they weren't selling, the company stopped making them, and they became super rare. And if you get your hands on some certain expansion packs for certain systems, man, you can
No,
get a
yeah.
shit ton of money for them.
Well, this expansion box gave you double the memory. It also
Mm.
gave you the outputs to plug 5.25-inch drives into it.
Yep. Yeah.
And you could actually put a hard drive on as well.
Yeah. I think it was 5 megabyte,
Yeah.
but it was the size. It was the size of a
It,
fridge.
it was
though.
big. It was bigger than the keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Ah, yes. Those were the days
Dan?
when you had 64K memory.
Yeah.
I
They're
remember that.
upstairs in my attic.
I don't know where. I know mine are around somewhere.
My
So much
BBC
shit in
Model
this
B's
place.
up there as well.
That's like if you got old.
I think I've got an old 486 somewhere too.
I probably got the boards off
Somebody just tell Justin.
386, a
He's on to talk,
486,
and
even a
I'm-
286.
I think I got a 286 somewhere.
Yeah.
If I look carefully.
Because when I upgraded, I kept the boards.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
factory resetting this laptop I bought last week for 20 quid.
Hmm.
Because the local CEX shop will buy it off me for 100 quid.
Oh, okay.
£80
There you go,
profit.
Dominic.
Nice.
Grilled pork chop, mashed potatoes, and baked beans.
Straight
Oh,
out.
delicious. Delicious.
And Jody, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Hey, Jody.
And my son likes to make his meals to go like that. So he's got a bunch of these containers. So when I make a bunch of it, I just make them up and throw them in it. It's a lot easier. You know, I hope Paul remembers when he's out there his past experience today. Don't trust anything. Dan's in the chat.
Yes. Hi, Dan.
Oops.
Yep, boobs. Most relevant thing we can talk about all day.
Yeah, they got some in that video I got coming out tomorrow. They got a girl in a she looks like she's in a black bottom and a top is like a brownish color, like a red, dark red. There's another girl in a red bikini right off the bat. Boy, geez.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have been the guys that had muscles bigger than my son standing next to him. I would have got closer. I was telling my son about that, and he said it almost sounded like it was some of the cops out there from Covington. They said, but the ones that would have been out there were working yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Or claimed you were working.
No, they were working because he was working. You know. They got one of them out there that's been with them for a couple of years, going on his third year. And he's made officer of the year and everything. And the guy's really a good cop. And in the last year, he's had 3 at-fault accidents. And was always in pursuits. So he's up for either suspension or they could let him go. And he's freaking out.
Yeah.
The last one was the other night. He actually clipped the bumper on another police car. And the bumper was bent out that way. If he wouldn't have been bent, the bumper wouldn't have been bent. He wouldn't have hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, it's the nature of the job, isn't it? You know?
Yep. Shoot, that was like when I worked on the ambulance. You got in an accident, you were automatically suspended for a week. Automatically. You didn't drive for a week. You got in 2 accidents in a year, they could release you because they couldn't insure you. And the state of Louisiana has crazy rules when it comes to emergency vehicles. You technically do not have the right of way at a lighted intersection.
Same over here. You can go through.
Yeah, you can go through, but you do not have the right of way. You have to yield to everybody else.
Yeah, same over here.
And we had a guy, his name was Joe Seeley. This guy we used to laugh about when he was in class with us because he was always just a little off on everything. And we were messing with him in the preliminaries, the preliminaries to our finals, because he went to a scene with the scene was what the enactment of the scene was that you approach a victim that's CPR in progress and you have to take over the scene. And the civilians doing it. So you have to go in and ask them how long you've been doing CPR. You have to apply the oxygen. You have to go through everything and get them ready for transport, basically. And Seeley gets up there and he forgets to put the oxygen on, so you automatically fail. So we were laughing about it, and I was laughing about it. I went to registry and forgot to put oxygen on a patient like that. So I said, well, I'll never do that again. I'll never, ever criticize somebody else. I said, because, and an instructor told us that. He said, he may be making a mistake, but if you're in that ditch and you're dying and you look up and you see Joe Seeley coming down to help you, you can be happy. You know, you're going to be glad to see him. So he went to work for American Medical Response. So it was Medic 1 at the time. Second day on the job, went through an intersection and just completely smoked a woman. He didn't yield. He just went right through. Nobody got hurt, but he lost his job the second day. Pork chop's got sweet and spicy barbecue sauce on it. So it's got a little bit of kick.
Yeah.
What did happen to Justin? He was talking and he just stopped dead.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there.
I'm still here. My headphones died. I had to plug them in.
No, no.
Is that what it was? The squeegee was like, and then yeah, boom, gone.
You stopped as fast as Paul kills the show sometimes.
You know this laptop? I think you're factory resetting it. Take it to CEX and get 100 quid.
Go for it.
£80 profit. Ka-ching. I will. You're not having none of the money. But just know in her head she went, do you want to bet? Very rare that you end up in profit with
Finally found it. Tim, I finally found that. I have 6 finally updated. I got 6 total unique supporters on Epic.
Good.
I'm 38% away from my first payout with them.
Good to hear.
I guess it just took a week or so for it to update because I've been trying to find this forever. I finally found it. Dashboard, okay. Perfect.
Well, if I was on that jury, I'd be so mad. This
What's up,
guy's
Corey?
doing a closing argument, and
All
he's
right.
going to be doing like 6 hours worth.
nature of the job.
Yep.
The judge said that they get to 8 p.m. Eastern time to wrap it up. That means he's had almost 6 hours of a closing argument.
Well, if I were on that jury, I'd say take your time because you're paying me for it.
I ain't getting paid. They're getting like
Yeah,
a set pay per day.
Yeah, it's usually pretty shitty compared to what you'd make going to work.
Yeah,
It's not like they don't match your wages or anything.
over here they do. They match your wages and they pay for your hotel and your
No, they
food.
would pay for a hotel if you were required to get one, but they're not going to pay you a very good daily wage. I want to say it's like maybe what, 40 or 50 bucks a day, maybe $100.
Not even that.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
and goodbye.
How'd you just make up something then when you go in there? Tell them I'm just, I mean, seriously, you could tell them any stupid thing. You could claim you're racist or whatever, and then they're going to be like, get the fuck out.
Just go in there and go, oh no, my old bucker, get out.
Go in with a Trump hat on. That's all you need.
And when
Yep,
I
you
did
go
it,
in.
Exactly.
when I did it, you got paid per day. Plus, I also got my wages from work because they gave me special leave to appear in jury duty.
Yeah.
So
When
I
they-
got paid as though I was still at work, plus extra for doing jury duty.
And you could
Yeah,
be
you don't
like,
get that here.
yeah, you could just walk in there and be like, you know, it could be like a civil case or something, and you could be like, you know, I'm gonna put him, let's put him on death row. You know, I want to fry him. I don't care if he's innocent or not. Just start rambling a bunch of random shit like that. They're gonna be like,
I
get
don't
the
like the
fuck
way he
out.
looks.
Yeah, I don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he's eyeballing me. I'm already ready to put him on the
Oh,
on the
Michael.
chopping block.
I know he's guilty. Look at him.
Yeah, that's what you do. Start Just start saying a bunch of random shit like that when you go in there and they ask you.
Yeah. Well, you sit next to a woman, you say, "How you doing, baby?" I hope we get sequestered. That wouldn't last long.
Mm.
Jody said, hell, if I had a chance, I'd have screwed her too.
I mean, you could always do a oh, what's it called? What it's called now? Axel Foley type thing. No, it's not.
Banana in the tailpipe.
What's it? What it's called now? Who does it? Who plays Axel Foley?
Eddie Murphy.
That's the one, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, you could do an Eddie Murphy, you know, and just go up to him and go, "Hey, I know you. You were in the club last night. You were smoking my blow."
Or when you get questioned by the prosecutor, especially if it's a guy, you wink at him. Wink at him and say, promise me something. You're going to get us sequestered and you're going to come visit? That might not go over well. I got called for jury duty here one time. This was actually twice. It was years ago. And I had my nephew's son had died like the day before. I went in there and I told them, I said, they said, will you be available for the rest of the week? And I said, well, I have a funeral to go to. They said, what is it? I said, my nephew's son. No, you're dismissed. That fast. Let me go right there. And then I went in the second time, it was a couple years later, and went in and they took our names and everything. And they said, we don't know if we're going to need anybody this week. Here's we got your phone numbers. Here's a website, check the website daily and lets us know if you need to come in. That was it.
Yeah, I've done it twice.
I got picked once, but I couldn't do it because the case that the week they wanted me, I was already up in court with benefit fraud for one of the cases. So I had to declare that, and then when they called me, and I walked down, he went, "You work for benefit fraud?" He went, "Yeah." He went, "You might as well just turn around and go sit back down because you ain't going in there." I went, "Why not?" He went, "It's your fucking case." And because it was a week long of benefit fraud cases, I just got told to go home. And then on the last day, I got to go and sit in on the big case. When my old college mate walked in.
A little bit of rain, huh?
Yeah. My old college mate.
How'd that go?
Oh yeah, little rain.
Well, you look like you got wet.
Yeah. How did that go? Well, put it this way: his jacket looked ginger ale colour.
Oh, come on.
And away we go.
I'm glad I'm finished with the beans.
Yeah. So on the last day of the court cases, and I got to sit in on behalf of the DWP, and my old college mate came in acting like he was all disabled and stuff, throwing water around and everything. He's going, and he looked up, saw me sat there with all the DWP staff, and he was like, he looked at the judge, he went, "Guilty." It's like, well, that was easy. He didn't stand a freaking chance.
My dad used to just go in as fire chief's uniform. They'd be like, "You're dismissed." They would automatically dismiss them every time.
Mm-hmm.
Your first responder, just wear your uniform to court, and they'll dismiss you almost immediately.
Yeah.
Or if you're like active military or something like that, they'll just, nope, go ahead.
My butt a little bit wet.
Oh, we don't want to see that.
I was,
I have no idea.
Well, I
But
ain't
it
looking.
were,
We
doesn't
weren't
look
looking.
wet.
little wet. That wasn't from me, that was from the rain. Because otherwise it would look like Verner's.
Oh,
Oh,
for
Lord help
fuck's sake.
Mia's pissed because she didn't get to go.
Mm.
You know, that's because all in Boston creams.
Yeah. I got more in the refrigerator. You want me to go get some?
No,
Huh?
Probably why you
I
have
don't
the
think you need any
shits, cause
Boston
you're
creams
fucking,
right now.
yeah, you're eating Boston creams with diet soda.
hmm
Well, that's the spice of life.
You need to eat something with protein in it.
And that's not going to stick to your ribs.
Yeah, a
They're gonna
nice hot
shoot right
chili. A nice hot chili that'll clear it out.
Mm.
Or a Vindaloo.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, let's see how it turned out. Shall we?
hmm
Well, that conversation took an awkward turn.
Exactly.
We don't really want to see what's in the toilet.
Oh, you want I can go.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Shut up, everybody.
I mean, if that's really what you want to see, you know.
Well, that don't float my boat.
Yeah,
No.
it's not floating. There's no floating involved. Got a weak stomach there, Justin?
Shut up.
Oh dear.
I had a weak stomach till I started working EMS.
He's not got a weak stomach. He's got a fortnight.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I gotta jump off though. I'll catch y'all later.
You guys
Yeah.
can see that?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I'll stick around for this one.
I'll advance it a little bit every once in a while.
No.
We don't see the picture. We just see the file.
Yeah. So
You
hit
don't
the
see
file.
the picture? Wait a second.
You're not sharing the video.
All we see is the file.
You're
Yeah,
sharing
we're
the
saying it's a
folder.
Windows desktop.
He's sharing the one page.
Folder.
Close enough.
We see it says MP4, but it's not playing.
Microsoft
Good question.
Explorer.
Why do they call it Windows now? Why don't they just call it folders?
Mm. Okay.
Share. Okay, wait a second.
There you go.
Okay,
Oh,
now you can see it.
nice. Yeah. Nice ship.
Where's the passengers?
Inside. It's raining.
Raining.
It's
If
dinner
I was on
time.
if I was on that cruise ship, I won't give a shit about the rain. I'd be in that pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in that pool when it's raining, you get wet.
I'd already be wet.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta remember, the people that are on that are millionaires.
Yeah, they don't go in the pool.
They're not gonna go out on the deck when it's raining either.
All they're worrying about are the amenities to get the food and socialite.
Yep. Look at all the
All they-
satellite domes on top.
Yeah.
Come here. You need to go get a drink.
God forbid they shouldn't be able to watch their CNN or whatever.
That way you start back off. Get some water. You gotta drink more water.
Quite a ship, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, lightning has been detected from our area.
Oh, fun. Here comes the
Yeah,
fun part.
I just looked outside and noticed the trees dancing.
Oh, okay. I'd love a great storm.
And we're about to get one. They said we were gonna get rain tonight. That's what they said. Go look at the radar. It's a storm coming in from Dallas.
It just
Oh,
popped.
okay.
It just popped on my Amazon. Rain possible.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, geez. I don't know. Let me put it. I got my video up. Let me see.
So what did you think of that?
Awesome.
Mm.
Loved it.
Look at the red in the radar right here.
Oh, yes.
And I'm right next to it, right there.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's gonna.
Yeah, I'm hearing it now rumble.
You're
Tornado
gonna get
Alley.
sideswiped.
Yeah, it's right over us. It's right over us. Look. I mean, I am right there. Right where it's at. It's coming through. The tree outside is doing this. God darn it. See. Yeah, it's got lightning strikes all over the place. Yeah, it's gonna be gone in 20 minutes. That fast.
Come and go, huh?
Yeah. See. Yeah, it's gonna be gone by 7:30. It's just a little fast.
Here's
come
my
through.
radar right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm right there, and you'll see which way it's going. It's coming right towards me.
Yep.
Where are you at? Right down here?
Yep, down there. That's it coming across. I'm right. You see where it says Slidell?
Right there?
If you move over about a half inch. Other way. Right.
Left.
I'm right about there. I'm
Right
right there.
there?
That's about where I'm at.
Jeez. You're getting
Well-
sideswiped.
Yeah, it's coming right to the side of us.
Going straight.
Yeah, I'm
straight
up I'm up just a tad higher than where you at, but that's where I'm at.
Right there?
And that's Interstate 12. I'm halfway
Mhm.
between Interstate 12 and the lake.
Oh, okay.
But that's coming right there. But the tree outside is doing this.
Oh,
And that's a big tree. Yeah, that tree is moving. So I want to go open the vent, see. I don't have it open.
Frank Rizzo, hell, how much did Charles pay?
Frank.
Well, I would imagine, it says they get $40 a day on the jury duty, but I would imagine that must include food, drinks, or whatever, like water or soda. I don't think they have to pay for that while they're there. But I don't know.
Well, when I did it, we had to go out for lunch, so we had to buy our own lunch.
Well, these guys are all sequestered, so they're not going out anywhere.
Oh, if they're deliberating, yeah, they'll get everything for now.
Well,
Hey, everybody, are you ready to call it?
Yeah,
I was
I'm
just about to call it.
Okay.
I was just gonna say,
Dominic's calling it, everybody, and David, you
You got
behave
him first.
yourself. I know it's
Well,
gonna be tough.
I don't
David.
have to call it now. Dominic's saved my day.
I was just gonna say, oh, and then say,
Yeah, what we gonna call it then?
we're gonna call
Goodbye.
it a night.
Good night.
Or as Paul would say, we'll call it a do.
We'll call
Yeah.
it Rover.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, take care, my friend.
Later.
Dominic
Ladies and gentlemen, Operation
David and
Jingle Bell is
Laura.
over.
and Mark, have a great evening.